Hey guys, Toaster here. Another replay for you, this time in the STA-1. I am grinding this line, and we're bottom tier here. We've got some very skilled players on our team and some not very skilled players on the enemy team. However, we are going to have a pretty good game, and I'm going to show you what some of the things that I do to try and make that happen. Of course, you never want to poke far enough up that you're spotted through the bushes, and so we're looking for shots on that grill, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. So we're just playing slow, right? Because we're bottom tier here, and the T-54 lightweight just bullies our ELC. But I notice he's down to 600 health, and so I take a shot on the VTU, and once again my keyboard strikes again. But anyway, we're able to kind of push out and get out of the way here, and we pick up about 600 assist. So my thought is that I'm loading the gold rounds because that lightweight actually has pretty good armor, and I would like to push him. I'm just pushing slow here just to see if I get lit, more or less. And having not got lit, I assume that he has left. So they've got the middle of the rock piles, or whatever you want to call it, and that is a recipe for disaster here. So I go all the way around, and I'm attempting to get into a position where I can shoot the Lorraine and discourage those guys from pushing. But I'm still, and I get lit here, and as soon as I get lit, I back off because I don't know what's on their back hill. Apparently not a lot, because I didn't even get shot. So we're going to help out this standard B, and we end up getting a kill on him. And I see that the T-44 is fired and he's stunned, so we're going to go ahead and take another shot and take him out. So at this point, Artie loves me, by the way. They shoot at me a lot this game. So at this point, I'm not going to go back out there. And I see that this Lorraine, I've changed back to regular rounds, but I see that this Lorraine has pushed all the way up, and so I'd like to get him taken out. We're able to do that. So we're up to 3 kills, and we've got a whopping 700 damage because of it, but we'll take it, right? And I thought that Bat Chat might rush me down, but apparently he did not. But I do see the grills out here, and we're going to go ahead and take some shots on him. And he stays out here because he's greedy, and he stays out here way too long. So the next shot, I go for a tracking shot, and I go for another tracking shot, but that's all I do is track him. So, and I think I take one more like this, and just because so I raise my reticle just a little bit, just so that I'm hitting the tracks, just the top of the tracks, and we're able to take him out. So that gives us 1,500 damage, which is great. And we're up to 4 kills, so including a tier 10. So we've killed, I think, a tier 10, a tier 9, and 2 tier 8s. So I see that the Bat Chat has moved, which tells me that they probably have nothing over here. And again, there goes my keyboard. I promise I'm going to get that fixed. You know, I have the money to do it, I just haven't done it. My wife told me she was going to buy me one for Christmas, which I'm hard to buy for, so that's probably a good gift. So there is a Scorpion G unspotted, and he's very bad. So I'm assuming he'll be sitting where he's been sitting the entire game, which is probably up on that knoll. But it's towards the end of the game and I want some damage, so if this guy's isolated, I'll probably take a chance to try and track him or something and get around him. This thing is fairly fast for a tier 8. It's got absolutely no armor though. So we just take a shot into the bushes just because I assume that he's probably there. And we're able to hit the bat chat. And the next shot only tracks him. Don't you hate that? And I assume that our 103B is gonna kill him, but he doesn't. So now I'm just interested in spotting this guy. If he gets down to a one shot, I don't mind taking him out, but it looks like he's gonna try and push me here. So we're up to 5 kills, and or that's 6 kills there. So the mouse hit us in the back, but that's 2,400 damage, 1,100 assist in a tier 10 game. So just doing the small things and kind of looking around the map just to see where you can be effective is really important. It's not always going to happen because some maps just aren't conducive to it. Some enemy teams are fairly good at keeping people in positions to not allow flanking, but when you can flank, you should. So I appreciate you watching this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the after action report before we go though. Okay, here we are at the battle results. Of course, it's an ace tanker, a level of Schleio's medal, and a top gun we ended up with, and we ended up doing 2,400 damage, 1,223 base XP, which the STA-1 does not require very high base XP to get an ace in it, but nevertheless, looks like our Pantera did some work too. He did bottom tier, he did 2,600 damage. That's really amazing, so shout out to that guy. We ended up spending some money on some gold rounds, so we only made 2,700 credits, which is fine. And this was on a XP multiplier, or this was a I had a personal reserve going, so we ended up with 2,400 XP. I'm no longer have premium, but that's okay. To make money in a standard tier 8 is actually pretty good for me, being you have to fire a lot of gold. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you'd like to see more tanks, please do subscribe, and we will catch you next time. If you guys want to leave comments, I'd be happy to respond to them. Thanks.